my top 5 favorite Pokemon from Generation 3. This means only Pokemon that were newly introduced during the release of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald version. This means no Generation 2 Pokemon, no Generation 1 Pokemon. This is strictly only for the Pokemon that were introduced during the Generation 3 phase. This also, just like the last 2 videos of my top 5 favorite from each generation, will not include legendaries, super rares, so on and so forth. So this does not include Groudon and Krydor, or Rayquaza, or Regice, Registeel, Regirock, etc., etc. You get the idea. So, with that said, number 1. No surprise here, as you can imagine, but Blaziken. Continuing my trend of always having starter Pokemon be the fire type, this is no surprise. The Blaze Pokemon, who is a fire fighting type. The final evolution of my Ruby version starter Pokemon, Torchic. Standing in at 6 feet 3 inches tall and weighing 114 pounds is awesome. A diverse move pool due to the unique typing of the fighting and fire. Not at all surprisingly, its physical attack and its special attack are the highest stats that he has, and again, not surprising, its speed comes in 3rd place. So overall what it is a powerhouse who can move fast and has a great move pool. A very reliable Pokemon for sure. I'd love to do some martial arts training with this Pokemon. Number 2, Aggron. The Iron Armor Pokemon, known as Aggron, who is a Steel Rock Pokemon, is Onin. Standing in at 6 feet 11 inches tall and an incredible but not surprising weight of 793.7 pounds. This huge beast of a monster Pokemon of its own right. And that monster-like appeal is just appealing to me in its own right. Like I said, I like the bigger than life, the monstrous, the scary, intimidating. Love those types of Pokemon. You gotta remember, this is mainly targeted towards kids, so you don't get very many scary or intimidating or badass looking Pokemon. It's usually cutesy shit nowadays, so Aggron is awesome because of that. But its physical defense and its attack power, physically speaking, are just that much more appealing. For it can dish out damage, and it's a tank. This Pokemon is not someone to fuck with, to say the least. Someone to fear and to be happy to have on your team. You do not want to verse this Pokemon. Number 3, Salamence. This dragon Pokemon, who is a dragon flying, better known as Salamence, is no surprise to be on this list, obviously. As I've stated before in other videos, dragons are my personal bias favorite of mine. So when I saw this Pokemon in Ruby version, I knew I had to get it and have it on my team someday. And eventually I did. Anyway, standing in an amazingly shocking height of only 4 feet 11 inches and weighing only 226 pounds, this dragon can wreck people left and right. Its physical and special attack, combined with its speed, make it for a very dangerous foe to battle against. But awesome to have on your team. I'd love to have this Pokemon fly me around in the real world. Not to mention, it takes on the design, the style, and look of what we consider to be a stereotypical traditional dragon. Number 4, Glalie. Other than dragons, I enjoy ice types as a personal bias favorite of mine too, is the top 2. Ice and dragon types are just my favorite. Anyways, I like the color cyan, blue, or however you want to put it, and I like the cold. Blame Northern Michigan. And usually ice type have a mix of all of those things, and pretty damn cool designs as well. Anyway, this face Pokemon, who is the ice type, standing in at a rather rolling in at 4 feet 11 inches, and a rather surprising weight of 565 pounds considering its height and shape and so on. I guess it's really dense or something, I'm not sure. Is Glalie. It's an overallist Pokemon. If you take a look at its stats, it's all the same. The base stats are literally all 80 in every single stat. A well-rounded Pokemon with a badass look. Dragons in particular should fear this Pokemon, because as we all know, dragons are weak against ice types. Number 5. The Iron Leg Pokemon, who is a Steel Psychic combo Pokemon, is a heavyweight, literally, standing in at 5 feet 3 inches tall, but weighing in at freaking 1,212.5 pounds. Holy shit. This guy is badass and scary. It's Metagross. Wow. You know, if you were facing this Pokemon in real life, you'd be intimidated all to hell by it. That was one of the biggest appeals to me about it. Its style, its design, its look, and then combine it with its stats of attack and defense physically. And not too shabby special attack and special defense with an alright speed makes it a dangerously tough Pokemon that is more than reliable. Even in today's current generations, Metagross is regarded as a very must-have Pokemon. So it is a wondrous Pokemon to have on your team and a son of a bitch as an enemy.